The story so far! And so, Miss Cantabella stood in court under suspicion of being a witch. Thankfully, a young baker, or should I say, a young defense attorney named Mr. Wright, was able to prove her innocence. However, she soon found herself under yet another accusation. Miss Cantabella was believed to be the Great Witch Bezella. It is imperative we pool our efforts together and assist her in any way possible. I'm guessing this is Layton speaking, and it's taken me this long to realise that. Oh well. Hey guys, it's Mindez here playing some Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Moving on to Chapter 3? Chapter 3, The Great Witch. Her speller is now on trial under suspicion of being Bezella, and we have to rescue her. We have 2 weeks to gather evidence. The Great Witch Bezella, the legendary witch from ancient times. She is the source of all evil, and the one who gives rise to all other witches. As long as the Great Witch Bezella is alive, there will always be witches in Labyrinth. There will always be a Lich King. Apparently that is the commonly held belief. Oh, we're still at the courtroom, okay. I thought we'd have headed back home by now, but, you know, whatever. Therefore, if Bezella were to be put to the fire, there would be no further need for these trials. In other words, no Bezella, no witches, right? But how does all that implicate their speller? With ellipses, obviously. By the way, Professor, you seem to know a lot about all this. The Professor and I discovered a mural of the Great Witch Bezella in a room below the library. And look, it was painted a long time ago! Yay! Okay. You mean like a wall painting of Bezella? Did it look suspiciously like a speller? There are some historical remains hidden beneath the library. We found it there. At any rate, I'd very much like to investigate Bezella in greater detail. I'm afraid my knowledge extends no further than the legend known to the townspeople. In that case, I guess we have no choice but to ask Speller. Maybe she can tell us why she's accused of being Bezella. Well, yeah, but didn't they tell us we can't see her for a while? Of course they did! Come on, you never let that stop us before! Let's just break in! Wow, Maya, you're, and that, Maya, is how we always end up in all sorts of trouble. Well, fine, just leave it to me. It's nothing this little sweet talking can't fix. If only we had someone that was actually good at sweet talking. She's gonna try anyway. Hey, look, pal! We need to see a speller. It's a matter of life and death. I'm not sure I'd qualify that as sweet talk, but rather more of a full-on assault. That sums up Maya's style. He's not here, what Inquisitor Barnum said. The speller Cantabella is currently undergoing questioning. And while that's taking place, no one is permitted entry. Oh, Maya failed. So basically, we're probably only going to be able to see her at the end of Chapter 3 or something. And until then, we've got a bunch of places to go, and we've got to gather information about Bezella. Now be on your way, go on go. So I would suggest that our first port of call is probably going to be the Great Library. Access denied! That much is obvious, Maya. So does Maya have her memories back? I kind of forget. I can't believe Mr. Barnum took his speller into custody just because of the outburst! That reminds me, something Inquisitor Barnum said has been bothering me. It was not I who made the decision. I believe that's how he put it. Ah, yeah, that's right. So in other words, there's someone of higher authority than Inquisitor Barnum, huh? I'm still standing by the theory that a speller turned herself in. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I always stick to my theories until they're proven wrong, and then I'll change them and pretend the original theory never existed. That's how I roll. We'll just go ask that person instead. But who in Labyrinth can have more authority than Inquisitor Barnum? Oh, well, I know how to find out. Let's ask around, Luke. I know how to find out. Let's ask people. Wow, this is how you can tell Maya's female. Not you again. You don't give up, do you? Like I said before, you cannot see. It's not the speller. There's someone else we'd like to see. That's right. We'd like you to take us to see the person wrecked above Inquisitor Barnum. Above Inquisitor Barnum? You're not telling me that you want to see the High Inquisitor? The High Inquisitor? Is he like on drugs all the time? Is that why they call him the High Inquisitor? Are you seriously suggesting you don't even know of High Inquisitor Dark Law? Dark Law. Okay, there's the law and then there's the dark law. Like the internet. That's weird, I can't help but feel I've heard that name somewhere before. I'm sorry, but could you tell us where we can find that person? Please do me a favour and don't ask. She's not the sort of person you can just drop in and see, believe me. She? Is she gonna be the woman that was at the parade? Yeah, she probably is. But something important we want to discuss with her! You people really are fearless. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. To meet High Inquisitor Darklaw, you must go to the Inquisitor's Hall. Just be careful not to upset her. We understand, thank you for your assistance. Is the High Inquisitor really so fearsome? Of course not, I'm not a High Inquisitor. She's wonderful, beautiful, intelligent. Just a little strict. You don't have to go mentioning what I said about upsetting her, understood? Don't worry, you can rely on us. We'll tell her everything! Yeah! High Inquisitor, that title sounds really high up on the food chain, doesn't it? Apparently if you go to the Inquisitor's Hall, we can see her there! We want to see if anything's standing around here. Let's go and see her. So, Chapter 3 is... yeah, we got the boot. Chapter 3 is going to be a Layton chapter! So, yeah, it probably is just going to be, like, alternating. Chapter 3 is going to be, like, later, then Chapter 4 is going to be Wright or something. I'm thinking there might be another court case in between now and when we have to represent Bazella. Yeah, Bazella. Because, you know, there's obviously 2 weeks between now and when Espella's going to court. So I think there's probably going to be something in between the 2 events that we're going to have to deal with. For now, though, I think we've got all the things here. So let's go ahead and have a look at the map that we've got for this place. So we can't go back to town. Which, we probably will be able to go back to town at some point, but we can't go back to town yet. Do we have all the hidden coins? Yes, all 3 hidden coins, no hidden puzzles. Still not seeing that hidden puzzles number say anything yet, but, you know, whatever. To the Inquisitor's Hall! Yeah, that's going to be her. Ah, I can see Inquisitor Barnum over there! Okay, which means that woman standing next to him must be... his wife! Obviously! High Inquisitor Darklaw. Oh, yeah, or High Inquisitor Darklaw. Obviously. I should have realised. You're right. They look so serious, it might be difficult to butt in! A true gentleman never butts in, Luke. Bad Luke. Perhaps you wait till you finish the conversation. Let's stand here and eavesdrop! Yay! Luke's just probably like running around their feet, just like listening in. We've prepared for the questioning of Espella Cantabella. She's in the Death Knell dungeon. Oh, that's almost as good a name as the Chamber of Fire. Oh my god, you never get like the Happy Bunny dungeon or anything. You never get a nicely named dungeon. It's just like Death Knell. Who the hell named it Death Knell? Barnum, I intend to leave the questioning of the girl to you. But if she is indeed the Great Witch, shouldn't the High Inquisitor be there? It is not necessary that I be present, and I have much faith in your abilities. Understood, I will not let you down. I intend to visit the scene of the crime. You take care of things here while I'm away. The scene of the crime? You mean... That's right, it's unlikely there are any clues left, though. Anyway, the questioning is yours, Barnum. Wait, the scene of the crime... The place where... Kira set 2 people on fire? Why would that have any clues left whatsoever? We don't have anything to suggest that Espella used any magic there. Unless they're talking about another crime scene. Which I suppose is very possible. Yes, milady. It looks like they finished talking! Yay! I can stop running around their feet now, yay! Inquisitor Barnum! You, how did you get in here? Door? The door right there? Well, no, see what we did was we tapped the boot icon in the lower right side of the screen, and then we tapped on the red dot that indicates the Inquisitor's Hole. That is technically how we got in here. Sorry, sir, we didn't intend to eavesdrop. Sure, yes you did, Luke, don't lie. Inquisitor Barnum, there's something we'd like to ask you. I have no time right now. You better leave. No one ever has time for us. So busy. Gone to question Speller. It would appear that we have to find what we need to know from the High Inquisitor. Oh, she's not gone yet. Okay. Oh, she's not actually going at all. She's just gonna stand there while we, we tap on everything in the room. We're just gonna, I mean, like, you don't mind if we just like ransack this entire room, do you? Just looking for hint coins. I mean, yeah. Why would you? Why would you mind? Why on earth would you mind at all? I'm pretty sure the place said there were 3 hint coins, so I guess we got everything. Let us talk to Darklaw. So you were the High Inquisitor. From the way you talk, one would think we'd already met. I'm certain we have never met before. But I did have the opportunity of seeing you at the Storytellers Parade. Yep, that was her. I remember this. Flashback! Flashback to cutscenes.
That's right, Professor! During that parade she was standing right next to the Storyteller!
You don't say it like it's so ominous. The Storyteller, isn't he the one who, he's known as the creator in this town.
So any person who gets to stand by his side has to be someone important, right?
Did you all just come here to stand around speculating? If so, the quiet side of the dungeon which has just become vacant. You can speculate all you want in there. In Death Knell Dungeon! That'd be a good game name. Like Dungeons of Dreadmore or something. Death Knell Dungeon! Actually reminds me of a game name. I can't remember what it is though. I don't think it's Dungeons of Dreadmore. I think it's something else. Just a moment, Miss Darklaw. We have come here to talk to you. Talk to me? That's right. It's about this trial. We'd like to ask you about it. Inquisitors do not make a habit of discussing the details of trials with just anyone. Just anyone? We, or in particular he, acted as a Speller's attorney. This is hardly just anyone. That's me, alright. Yeah, but nobody's gonna do anything to help the defense attorneys. Like, come on, it's pretty much the same as the society you're from Phoenix. So, you're the one. You're the Knight of the Court who opposed Inquisitor Barnum, aren't you? I received a detailed report. Yes, indeed, most interesting. So what would you like to know? How have you received a detailed report already? The trial's only just finished. Like, literally, the trial finished, and then we just came pretty much straight up here. How have you had time to receive a report? Okay, what should we ask her about? We could ask her about a Speller, or we could ask her about a Speller. Very, very difficult choice here. Let's just start from the top. A Speller was proven innocent in the last trial. Despite that, she's now been accused of being Bezella, even though there's no decisive evidence to support that claim. Just a moment, before we discuss that, there's one thing I need to make clear. While it's true that you acted as a Speller's defender in the last trial, that does not necessarily mean to say you will be defending her again. Really? But I did such a good job! Just because the trial is different, that doesn't change the fact that I'm her attorney. The charge against the Speller Cantabella is of the gravest nature. You mean the charge that she's the Great Witch Bezella? What makes you think the accused wants you to defend her again? Because I did such a great job! Go ask her then. Fine, you go ask her. I'm sure she'll say yes. She knows how awesome I am. I mean, come on. She knows how fabulous I am. Does that mean that if Speller doesn't ask Nick to defend her again, then he can't request to be a defense attorney? Correct. The Great Witch Bezella is the source of all of the witches. Her defender could, by their own words, put themselves in great danger.
Knowing Speller's kind nature, I don't think she wants to subject anyone to that risk. That's why she kept quiet earlier.
Ellipses. However, Speller is, at this very moment, undergoing questioning, is she not? And there's a possibility that she may be cleared of the suspicion of being a witch.
That's right, there can't possibly be any evidence of a Speller actually being a witch. So how can anyone prove she is?
Of course there's going to be evidence, Luke. We know nothing. And I just realised that her name backwards is Walk Rad. Does she walk everywhere radically or something? That clearly must be the case. You know, everybody is represented by their acronyms. I don't know why I just randomly read words backwards every now and then. Just how well do you people really think you know how to spell her? Hey? On what grounds can you say she's not a witch or there's no evidence? I'd be glad to have you explain that to me. That's not fair. Yeah, we've known her for literally a day. I mean, come on. I'm sure we know her better than you. Well, let's ask her about her speller. We're certainly not experts when it comes to the Great Witch Bezella. So could you perhaps tell us more about this particular witch? I'll think about it. No, I can't. To begin with, is the Great Witch not just a figure of legend? The Great Witch Bezella does exist. That is in fact accepted by all the townsfolk. In the past, the Great Witch Bezella used her evil power to burn the entire town. She burned the town?
Professor, we saw that witch in the picture of the library! She was burning the town!
Oh, well, if it's a picture that said it, then I suppose it must be true. Well, you know the phrase Pixar is not true, so I guess it must be absolutely 100% true, because obviously someone's drawn that picture. I mean, you can't draw from imagination or anything. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised in this town if nobody had any kind of imagination whatsoever. But hey ho, there we go. If the Great Witch Bezella uses her powers, this tower could burn again as it did long ago. We have to catch the Bezella before that can happen.
But there's no way a speller would ever do something like that.
One thing I'd really like to know is, why a speller of all people is suspected of being bezeller? Well, it's kind of the name, I guess. Because, it's an almost anagram. I mean, S and Z are very similar, P and B are very similar, they've both got very plosive sounds to them, so it's kind of a pretty obvious acronym there. As we know, as Walkrad knows, everyone is judged by their acronyms. Of course, there is one reason. One reason? I should ask Darklaw about the reason. This is, I'm not entirely sure why it's giving me options when it's such a blatantly, obviously scripted freaking conversation, but whatever. I have to tap something every, few minutes or so. Just to keep the conversation flowing. For no reason. From what you've told us so far, it seems there's something about her speller that we do not yet know. Something which makes the townsfolk, and you yourself, believe that she is the Great Witch Bezella. Could you tell us what the reason is? That's something you will have to investigate. Of course it is. Nobody can give us a straight answer. As the High Inquisitor, do you think it would be in my best interest to provide you with that information?
Oh, please, if you could just tell us a little more.
I don't have to tell you anything. If you really want to know, find out for yourselves.
Then at least let us see a speller.
So Inquisitor Barnum's questioning a speller right now, is that right? Yes, he is. So seeing her tonight would be difficult. Try coming back tomorrow. Tomorrow. Alright, fine. We'll try again tomorrow. Well, we got a whole 2 weeks. 2 weeks is plenty of time. Ellipses. I hope you'll realise how this will look to the people of this town when they see you all supporting the person suspected of being the Great Witch Bezella. When it comes to rescuing Speller, I'm not worried about what people think. And I feel the same way as Mr. Wright. That is what I was hoping to hear. At the very least, you should investigate. And I pray I don't see disappointment in your eyes the next time we meet. And if you'll excuse me. Ah, she's up for a fight then. That's good.
Hey Dick, I was thinking. We've met her before, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, in that trial back in England.
Oh, was she the
teacher, the teacher woman? Yes, she was.
I didn't actually realise that it was her.
Good thing Phoenix did. Was she indeed? It would seem Labyrinthia is packed full of puzzles. And this is one puzzle that I would really like to solve. That kind of blatantly implies that she's a witch. Kind of horrendously, blatantly implies it. Oh, am I calling the fact that Dark Claw is Bazella. Am I doing that? I'm not confident enough to call it yet.
Leave it to me, I'll give it my best shot. Where should we begin?
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, Luke. I wonder if it might be better to first return to the bakery. Mrs. Eclair is no doubt worried about us. We should let her know the situation. And we should eat a lot of bread!
Right, we need to tell her all about the trial.
I have a feeling that's not going to go too well.
I think you did very well, Mr. Wright. I'm sure she'll understand. She's like a mother to us, Bella. She wasn't worried sick about her.
Okay, everyone, let's head back and tell her everything. Okay, back to the town we go. Oh wait, no, sorry, Layton has something to say first. How the court proceedings went, and the way the townspeople reacted. As Bella, it would seem you do indeed have a secret. Okay, I just thought they were kind of out for blood. But whatever. Wow, wait, no, okay, we've solved 2 of those mysteries. We've solved the Barnum mystery. Wait, is that Barnum? I guess that's just like Labyrinthia. Okay, fair enough. And we've solved the Carmine mystery. So we have the underground mural, which was not a new one, but had new on it, because I guess I forgot to read it or something. And High Inquisitor Darklaw. The manner and speech of the mysterious woman accompanying Inquisitor Barnum allude to her high status. Mr. Wright and Miss Faith seem to have heard of her. Who on earth could she be? Dun dun dun! Oh my god, Luke! Oh my god, Luke, what is wrong with you? Luke, do you need to pee?